All right, we are underway for the round. What is it? 18. Man, dude, it's ticking by so fast, isn't it? 18 of the A-League men's season this year, and we're here for another predictions. And there's some tasty games coming up this weekend, including a top two clash. We've got a Battle of the West, and of course, Perth Glory, Sydney FC, two teams who need to turn their seasons around. A lot to talk about, and of course, whether you're watching live or on replay too, would love to get your thoughts as well. So let's jump into the games right now. It's kicking off on Saturday this weekend. Brisbane Roar, Wellington, Phoenix. We've got 4 games this coming Saturday. Phoenix, saw them play in person this past midweek. We've had some really entertaining midweek games, which we'll talk about as well. Phoenix beating the Jets midweek 3-2 in a thriller. Mariners drawing 1-1 with Melbourne victory, and Macarthur 1 losing away to Melbourne City 3. And look, Phoenix, man, are just the team who, yes, they haven't played for the last few weeks before that Jets midweek game. I don't see them losing, man. You just watch them play, and we talk about teams who are well organised, and we talk about West United a lot in that sense. Wellington Phoenix are up there in terms of teams who are just so well marshalled, and every player knows their role, and there's such a commitment, there's such a camaraderie, and the spirit is so high there as well. Brisbane Roar, on the other hand, on the reverse, the opposite of that. It's something that I don't know what's going on at Brisbane Roar, but like whether it's simply that they just don't have the right personnel, the right experience in the team, and they do have some good experienced players like Jay O'Shea, and Tom Aldridge back from injury. That's a big plus for Roar, but I can't see Phoenix not winning this game. I can't see Brisbane. I can't see Brisbane winning this game. I can't see Brisbane winning this game. They just need something different. They need to change things up. It's just been so inconsistent for them, and they're really, really struggling. I see you guys in the live chat. Piligas here as well. Dude, yeah, the Melbourne Derby, dude. Of course, that's one of the big news stories heading to this weekend. The Melbourne Derby, unfortunately, postponed due to Victory's commitments in the Asian Champions League. It's been a bit of a mess, hasn't it? Like the whole looking at the reasons and everything, it was out of their control. It was out of their control. I know a lot of people are upset, and it is, terribly frustrating. But from what it looks like, they couldn't really do much else about it. I see Iggy in the chat as well, football podcast. So good. Dr. Dingo's in here, 900 subs. Jeez, man. So what do you guys make of this one? I mean, for me, could Brisbane snatch a draw, even a win? I just can't see them defeating such a well-organised Wellington Phoenix side at the moment. It's going to take a lot for them to do it. So I'm tipping a Phoenix 2-1 win. Western City. This is the one, man. This is the top two clash. This is the one you guys have to keep an eye on. 5 o'clock Saturday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We know about Western United. They're so well organised at the moment. They're a team who, in attack, have been looking better in recent weeks. Have now won 4 consecutive games. This could be 5. I think it will be. Against Melbourne City, it will be a test. We know the talent that Melbourne City possess. We don't need to talk about it because they've got so many Socceroos players now, including now Macarthur and Connor Metcalf. I mean, half the squad plays as Socceroos. But West United, man, I want to go as far. I know it's obviously a massive exaggeration, but I almost want to say that I just can't see them losing a game for the rest of the regular season. Genuinely, like they're so well, they've just been so consistent, and it's hard to see where it could possibly go wrong for West United as well. What else are we saying here in the live chat? Surely Jets can get the win this week, says Football Podcast. We're going to talk about Jets in just a second. They've got an interesting matchup with Adelaide. But I don't know, could City... this one could be a draw. City really turn it on, but Western United, it's going to be attack versus defense, man. That Western block is going to be tough to break down, so I'm backing that 2-1. Another one of the Saturday clashes, Perth Glory, Sydney FC. This isn't one of the ones that was scheduled in last minute for this upcoming weekend. Interesting one. Sydney FC, 3 consecutive losses. Glory, back at home last week, didn't manage to get the win against Adelaide. Will they get the win here? It's going to be tough because, yes, Sydney have been struggling, but still have the quality to shop, at any day. Picked up a big 5-0 win in their Champions League preliminary round match against Cairo FC on Tuesday night. This will be, I mean, it's a long trip for Sydney FC. Obviously, not many teams have been travelling over to WA, so it'll be interesting to see whether the Sydney guys can get up for it. But yeah, man, it should be an interesting game, this one. I mean, Perth Glory if Perth Glory get the win, man, then it's really going to be interesting for Sydney FC. That would be 4 consecutive defeats, so we'll certainly be keeping an eye on this one as well. But I'm backing a 1-1 draw for this one. I'm not too confident in either side at the moment, to be honest. This game should be interesting, though. The Bulls, Wanderers. I'm back in 3-2. I'm back in 3-2 for Wanderers. I just think when you look at what Wanderers did last week in the Sydney Derby and the spirit they gained from that and the celebrations, you guys saw them on social media, the celebrations after the game. There's been a while since we've seen celebrations like that at Parramatta. It has been a while. And I get the sense now that maybe that Sydney Derby, not just maybe, but quite probably, this could be the spirit that Wanderers need to turn their season around after being the laughing stock of the A-League. The first coach sacking was at the Wanderers this season, Carl Robinson. Has Mark Rudan turned things around? Not yet, but I think he could. I think he could well turn things around. And there is a chance now with Sydney FC slipping away that Wanderers could be the Sydney side to make a push into the top 6 and replace them. And I'm sure Wanderers fans would love nothing more than that. But this game, man, I think it's going to be an epic. Macarthur FC have been struggling in recent weeks. Couple losses away to both Melbourne sides. 3-2. And I think Wanderers do it, man. I think with the energy from the Sydney Derby, I reckon they snatch a winner. I really reckon they could snatch a winner here. Fab in the live chat says Perth and Sydney both look unfit to me. It'll be interesting to see whether we see some more rotation from the Sky Blues as well. So keep an eye for that one as well. But 3-2. 3-2 for this one. Battle of the West should be a really fascinating game once again. The Sunday game we have this week, though, Adelaide Jets. We were talking about Jets a little bit earlier in the live chat. Football Podcast says surely the Jets can win this week. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. Adelaide United, never easy to beat at home. I'm back in a draw, though. Saw Jets play in person last night as they took on Wellington Phoenix and lost out 2-3. And so much promise in attack, the Jets. They're so fluid. Angus Thurgate doesn't stop running. Daniel Pena is so involved. They've got so much going for them in attack. But then in the crucial moments in defense, they let it slip. And that was the story of the game against Phoenix. They conceded 3 goals. The 3 shots on target were goals. And Arthur Papas will be so disappointed with that. Costa in the live chat says Adelaide to win. Look, if anyone's going to win this, it's going to be the Reds. It has to be, right? I think Jets get up with some early goals and maybe Adelaide come back to snatch a draw. Hey, I reckon that's how it might go for the Reds this game, as it has in so many weeks this season. They did it last round for the Mariners as well. Thoughts on our defense and Matt Yerman. It's just inconsistent. Some weeks you look at them and they go, oh, they had a really great game. I thought Jordan Elsey a couple of weeks ago against Macarthur had a really great game. And Taylor Regan came in for a couple of games a few weeks ago and I thought did okay. And now he's dropped out. So just inconsistent. And that's what's hurting the Jets at the moment. They could be a top 6 side if they just simply weren't leaking goals. That's football for you. So look, I'm back in 2-2. I think this will be another high-scoring one. I've got a few high-scoring predictions this week. And we're also, the last one for the week, this is actually a Tuesday game, but I thought I'd throw it in there as well to get the Mariners game in there. This game was scheduled to be Sunday. Has been pushed back to Tuesday. Glory, backing up quickly at home once again against the Mariners. I'm backing Mariners for a win, man. I'm telling you. I don't know whether I'm being too optimistic, but it's more so that I think Perth have just been playing so poorly this season. Mariners in so many games have come so close to getting results against really good opposition, like City, like Victory this season, against a team who are as disorganised as Glory. Not disorganised, but as toothless as Glory. I think Mariners could get the job done here. They did it last season, and I'm pretty sure they did it the season before. One of the few wins in that season, in that one of those wooden spoon seasons for the Mariners, was away to Glory. Mariners have a decent record over there. I think they could get the win, 2-1. 2-1, maybe some sneaky goals for Jason Cummings to get back on the score sheet. Talking about the Adelaide Jets game, we got some more comments in the live chat. Football Podcast says it would be a massive upset if Jets were to win. Yeah, word of our year's inconsistent. It's been the word of the year for a lot of teams too. I mean, with obviously COVID and breaks haven't helped anyone at all. Shadow says Jets will lose 3-2. I could see that happening as well. I mean, Adelaide maybe just to snatch a winner to take that even to 3-2. That could certainly happen as well. So. Look, some high-scoring score predictions. We'll just run through them once again. So if we go back to the start, Brisbane 1, Phoenix 2. I think Phoenix too strong in that one. Western 2, Melbourne City 1, which would be massive. The result of this game is huge. If Western United win this game, they have games in hand on City, and they could go 6 points clear of City at the top with games in hand. 6 points clear of City with games in hand, right? I could be wrong saying that. I might have to fact check myself after saying that. But they certainly have games in hand. They certainly have games in hand. They'll definitely be clear of City, and they'll have a couple games in hand for sure. So massive. But if City win, then it all of a sudden changes the complexion, because then it's an even race. From here. So, dude, massive game, that one. Glory 1, Sydney 1. I've got Macarthur 2, Wanderers 3. I think just Western Sydney get up there. Jets 2, Reds 2. Should be another entertaining game. And then Mariners just to sneak in the 3 points as well. Sneak in. What else are we saying? Shadow in the live chat says Lewis Miller was very lucky yesterday. This game is very winnable for the Mariners. I agree. It should be 3 points for the Mariners, and would be great as well, especially in recent weeks. A win against Brisbane, draw against Victory. I'll take a draw. And then 3 points. 3 points here, says Peter. Thanks for backing me up, man. 3 points clear, and then it should be 2 games in hand, right? If my memory serves me correctly on the ladder. But still, that really is monumental. With 2 games in hand and 3 points clear, that might be enough to take Western and hold. It's a side who simply aren't losing games this season. That might be enough to take them to the premiership. I know there's still so much football to be played, but you just can't see Western. As I said earlier, you can't see Western United losing a game. Thanks for backing me up, Shadow. Western United have 2 games in hand. Look, it really is. That's the game of the round for me. I think Western. I mean, it has to be. It's a top 2 clash. And, of course, it's taking place on Saturday. So we've got 4 Saturday games, 1 Sunday, 1 Tuesday game as well. Of course, the midweek games coming thick and fast, as they are every single week. Guys, thanks so much for tuning into these live A-League predictions that we're doing every Thursday, of course. And we do the live round review every Monday afternoon too. So keep an eye out here on the YouTube channel for those as well. They are even points right now with 2 games in hand, says Justin. There we go, yeah. And that would be the same case then, yeah. So if they do get the win, we'll scroll back to that Western City game. If they do get the win, yeah, 3 points clear with 1 game. It should still be 2 games, Justin, because then they'll both, because they're obviously both playing, so they'll both go up a game. So Western will still have the game in hand because they're obviously playing each other. Guys, once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit like if you have enjoyed this live predictions, and of course, if you're watching on replay, drop your comments. Your predictions down in the comment section below. We'd love to hear what you guys think of these games this weekend. As always, my name's Lockie. This is Coast Watch Football. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.